everybody.
Hey.
We're back together.
We're finally back together.
Exactly. The president and the vice president are in the same room together.
Yes.
Hopefully nothing bad will happen.
No, of course not. I finally don't have to drink by myself.
Exactly. I had to drink by myself
Yeah.
last week. I was so sad. You should have seen me. I was so sad drinking alone.
Right? It's very awkward when you're like, oh, cheers.
So we're back together, and today we are going to do the, there we go. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, look at me going.
Look at her.
Yeah.
We are doing the Reindeer Aviation, and we're talking about how holding on to properties can make your net worth fly, which I think both of you and I have done this over our career as a realtor.
Yeah.
My husband likes to joke around that some wives buy shoes, his wife buys houses. But at least mine's way more profitable than my shoe collection.
That's right. Yeah, we invest at least not in shoes or bags. Yeah. Although some bags could have a certain return.
And some shoes are fantastic and well worth $1,000 you spent on them.
Yes, exactly. But, having the holding properties help you to buy more shoes.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start with the Reindeer Aviation. So we've done aviation cocktail before. How is it different from aviation?
Well, so this one's a little different because usually when we're doing an aviation cocktail, we're using the Empress Gin, which is a purple gin. And this time we're using something called Christmas Gin, which is actually an Eau Claire gin, which is fantastic.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And it is a local person, so that's kind of nice. Like we're taking, and it's got like little gold flakes in it and stuff, so it actually looks pretty cool.
It has like a gold flakes in the bottom.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It's probably got a lot more spices into it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
So let's start with putting all of our ingredients in. So our 2 ounces of Christmas gin, and actually, believe it or not, this Christmas gin is pretty much in almost every liquor store, so it's not super hard to find.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And of course, if you're looking for it and you don't want to drive around to find it, go on Liquor Connect, right? I know I found it at the Wine and Beyond in Sage Hill. It was super close to my house. Oh, what do you got there?
The cherry.
Hang on 1 second.
I'm not following.
Oh, okay. Well, this is why I did this one.
Oh, well, we have enough. Okay.
Hang on, we're gonna do this one.
Yeah.
Half an ounce, right? Half an ounce of maraschino cherry. 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice.
So controlling.
I am.
And creme de violette.
Creme de violette is 25 of an ounce.
Just a little bit, yeah.
All right, a little splash. Yeah. And then we're doing the shaking.
Oh my God, do I have to jump?
You do, you have to dance.
Okay, let's go.
It says 20 seconds.
20 seconds?
Yeah. It's like a full workout.
When do I get like my Moroccan thingies?
Oh, I know. We're going to have to find those. See, and at Christmas time, we could put like Christmas stuff on them. So the Christmas Moroccan.
Oh my goodness, yes. We need to change the theme.
There you go. All right. So it's shaken. Now we chilled a coupe glass, which is right here.
Yeah, you just put a little bit of ice with some water and let it stand to chill it.
And we pour it out. And now we pour in.
Oh, see, yours is more pink.
I know. That's why I had put the other stuff on there.
You got way more. Give it to me.
And it's topping up. She was at a governance meeting today. She needs lots to drink. And then we made this here, where it's just a really nice garnish. Little lemon, little maraschino cherry.
Her color is so much better than mine. I don't know what I did something wrong. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
All right, let's try this. Very sour.
It is pretty sour. Has a bit of a sweet taste to it.
What is strong? No?
Yeah, you can definitely taste the Christmas gin in it.
Yeah, I don't know. See, do you mind if I taste first?
Sure, go for it. But I agree with the sour part. It's got a lot of lemon. Like, I would super lemon forward.
Oh, whoa.
Mine is different than yours?
Yeah, it's a little bit. Try from the side.
Yeah, yours isn't as strong. My guess is that this is... this is a different brand of cherry liqueur. This is Luxardo. So, and I just bought that bottle.
Yeah, we did it same drinks with different cherry liqueur, and definitely the taste is different. I would tone down. I mean, unless you like that lemon very like kind of sour, because some people like that tart sour. I like it when it's a little bit more on the sweeter side, if it's a lemony. No, it's an interesting drink. I don't know. Is it good with cherry?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Maybe.
I'm not loving it.
No. You know what's funny is I was like, maybe I should feed it to Clint and see what he says, because that's always like the thing. Hey, like, does Mikey like it? Does Clinty like it?
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know.
Oh, those are fine. So I got the maraschino cherries we have.
Did you get spicy?
Or fire and spice maraschino cherries. They're actually kind of spicy. They're nice.
Just killing me today. Spicy cherries with like very sour drink. Wow. Maybe that's why it's supposed to have maraschino cherries, so it's sweet, kind of balance out the sour, and you got spicy.
I thought they were neat. Fire.
I thought there was just something new. I was like, how long have I been sick for, man? Like, this cherry tastes funny.
No. All right.
That's it. Yeah. Let's talk about Robin's favorite topic. I mean, it's my favorite topic too. I think we're both really passionate about holding properties.
You know what I'm passionate about? I'm passionate about learning how to make money without having to work for it in legal manners. So making your money make money, because I think it's something that we don't talk about often enough. And I think it's something that's not shared enough. And I feel, and this is just my feeling, but again, I grew up in Calgary housing and all that other kind of stuff. I feel like it's a subject that seems to be reserved for the elite. And I don't think becoming wealthy should be an elite thing.
Right. I mean, definitely culturally, we are changing. And the goal of our team, for example, is to teach anybody who is willing to learn how to do the holding property. Doesn't matter how old you are, if you're 20 or you're 50, if you have money, you don't have money. It's all about planning to have it. And it's actually very doable no matter the social status, your age, and your goals in life.
It's even your income. You can have
but I do have to say for something, because I have done it for many years, and a lot of people get excited about the possibility, but it's not for everybody. Not everybody can manage the properties and have enough that risk, tolerance.
True.
I guess.
No, I would agree with that. No, it's not for everyone, just like stocks aren't for everyone.
Just like a little disclosure.
Yeah, no, and that's totally true. The biggest thing, and this is my biggest thing, it's not for everyone, but everyone can do it. And it's a one thing.
Good point.
Yeah. But the one thing that you brought up is also too, is when you do it, it's not something that happens overnight. Like, you don't buy your first property and become wealthy. Like, we've grown our portfolios over decades. And what's really kind of cool about it is you start and it's slow. Like, it is snail slow growing your wealth, and it feels like it's never going to happen. And then it does start happening, and you get 2, and then you get 3, and then you get 4, and then you're like, holy crap, I'm worth like this much money. This is crazy. And it is amazing, because it is like a snowball effect. The more you get, the more you have, and the faster it grows. But it's the starting of the snowball. It's like it's falling apart everywhere, and you keep pushing the snow and nothing's sticking together, and you feel like your snowball's never going to get big, and all of a sudden you got a big, huge snowman.
Just, if you guys are wondering, we have lots of snow in Calgary right now. I think that's the inspiration comes for analogy. But I'm going to say, like, the younger you are, the better it is.
100%.
And I think both you and I said at some point that we wish we never sold any of our properties.
God,
yeah, that's one thing. Definitely regret selling some of the properties in the past.
I've got lots of properties that I wish I never ever sold. Like, in all the time that we own them, I was like, why did I sell that one? I actually just recently sold.
It made sense at the time looking back. I know why that happened, but I'm like, man, like, I wish I like hold on to it. But it's, you learn, you live and learn.
Yeah. I actually just sold our first rental property we ever owned. I had sold it a long time ago to pay off our current primary residence, and the person who bought it put it up for sale recently, and I actually sold it to one of our clients, and it was one of my greatest regrets was selling that property. And it was so funny, because going back in, being like, okay, well, this is what I did, here's what she did, I could tell them a lot about the property, because I was not the last owner, but the owner right before the last owner.
Yeah, so let's talk about some key benefits of owning the holding properties. and how they increase your net worth.
Here's my favorite saying. Yes. I love renters. They pay off a lot of my mortgages. Yes. That's the key part about holding properties.
Holding properties obviously increase your principal, then you get paid it out. You accumulate equity in those properties that you can use to buy something else.
Absolutely.
Probably more properties.
You can refinance. Well, that's actually, so that is exactly what Clint and I did.
I think that's number one that a lot of people, attracts a lot of people.
Yeah. So Clint and I bought our first, Clint and I had owned houses previously separately. Both sold those properties and bought the house that we now live in Hidden Valley. That house, then we turned around and we took a loan out against that house, bought the first rental property we ever owned, waited for the value of that property, the equity in that property, to be the amount that we owed on our primary entirely, and then sold it and paid off our primary. And that's how we did that. And we had our primary paid off in 5 years. So
that's amazing.
When you're on an upward trend of a market, this is a really easy thing. And I know it was funny because I actually had dinner with a past client of ours who's looking at like getting into the investment game and stuff like that. And him and I were chatting.
That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
And him and I were chatting and he asked me like, so like, what degree do you have? And I'm like, I don't have any degree. Like, this isn't stuff that takes a degree to know. And I always tell, like, because Clint and I obviously talk about this all the time, because it's a huge frustration of mine that this is the easiest thing in the world. And yet I share it and you share it like with everybody we know. And it just seems like the execution is the problem. Like, people just don't get out and do it because they're scared. And the first one is scary. But once you do the first one and it does really well, and you're on the upswing of a market trend right now, which is kind of fantastic. Like, our market is expected to continue to increase. And if you've ever actually looked at the data on a graph, which is what we do, like, we're on the upward slope here where we're going to see things go quite well for quite a while here in Alberta. Minus, of course, we can't, predict any kind of, unicorns, but, but that kind of thing. So we're in an upward slope, and this is when you want to buy as much property as you can. And this is when you want to hold on to that property and you want to let people pay it off. And the average rate of inflation of Calgary homes and surrounding areas is 6 to 6.25%. That is the average rate of inflation. Now, a lot of people say, well, yeah, but I'm going to borrow money from the bank and it's going to be like at 4%. You're still making 2.5%. Sorry. You're still making 2.5% or 2.5%, and then someone else is paying off the debt. So technically, you're still making 6.25% because someone else is paying off the debt.
How can you not see she's passionate about?
And it drives me insane because this is simple and this is easy. And I say this all the time. I'm not special. This wasn't a special thing. I didn't get special education. I didn't come from affluence. I didn't have any of that. I did it all on my own with no education. It's easy stuff.
Yes, but the thing is, like, Robin, you've been in the industry for what, like 27 years? Like, helping people to calculate, invest. We've all seen the properties grow in value through inflation, through supply demand, through improvements. Like, we've seen actual examples firsthand how the properties grow in value time after time. In like that 27, 25 years, 20 years for me, like, we definitely like seen either ourselves or our clients making that wealth. True. And it doesn't matter, we always say, people, it doesn't matter what market you buy the property, it only matters when you sell.
100%.
And again, the idea is not to sell. And I have people who have invested cash into their investment portfolios, paid off their properties, they bought small chunks, and they have specific portfolio like condos, always furnished, and they're renting them out. And now they're retired, and that is their cash flow every month that pays off the expenses.
Well, okay, so as an example, and this is the other thing too, like, when you talk about like they built a portfolio and all that kind of stuff, and that's super true. But like, let's talk about our properties. So I bought my house in Hidden Valley for $210,000 in 2001. Today it's worth $800,000. Right? And I live there. So then we have the property that we bought in Crow's Nest Pass for $90,000. Today it's worth $425,000. Then we have the property that we bought in Costa Rica in 2021.
Yeah, right.
For two,
yeah,
November. Yeah, November. That was my COVID project, was buying a house in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The world was shut down. There's nothing else to do. So that house we bought for 285 US, and today we could sell it for 450 US.
Yeah.
Right. And then we've got the house in Mississippi, which we bought for 294 US in 2023. That would probably only be about 325.
Wow, already like 2 years.
I know.
Wow.
But that's only worth about 325 US, but it's still US dollars, right? Can't complain. Then we have the property that we bought in Dead Man's Flats in December of 2024 at 525, and just last week an identical unit to ours sold for 630.
Amazing.
And through all of this, and I'm very open with my numbers because I got to show you there's proof in the pudding.
Yes.
So, and through all of this, with all those properties, we get in a gross income of $200,000 a year of rent in short-term rentals. Now, you can do short-term rentals, you can do long-term rentals. There's so many different ways to do it now. It's not just the one stream, which there used to be, is just the one stream. You can do both, and that's kind of the cool thing about it. So, $200,000 a year. I had a lady ask me the other day, which was a super valid question. She's like, "Yeah, but you're grossing 200 grand a year, but what's your net?" And I'm like, "Well, my net on the short-term rentals is 100 grand a year." Super valid question, because you've got to prove that the debt isn't going to overwhelm the income, and it's not.
Well, the beauty of having investment properties that you are allowed to do certain write-offs
100%.
to the, like, I mean, you can make as much money as you want, show your income as much as you want. The whole idea of how much tax you want to pay, right? So
Exactly.
yeah, so you can control, the income showing versus net, like, gross income, net income, in terms of how much taxes you want to pay. If you need to use those properties to show some crazy numbers because you're trying to purchase something else that next year, then of course you're going to pay a little bit more tax, show a little bit more income, but it's in your control.
Yeah.
And there are expenses that you will accumulate with any investment property, just because, with the improvements and, like your monthly things, such as like a condo fees and insurance and property tax and things like that. If you drive over to your properties to check on them, like that mileage can be a write-off. And obviously any home improvements can be write-off.
It's not even that. So obviously once you get 5 houses, you start thinking, holy crap, I don't want to get bombarded with a bunch of big bills. You should have, like how condos have. Condos will have like a reserve fund and a reserve fund study, so a capital replacement plan. You should have that whether it's a condo or whether it's a house. You should be looking at your property and you should be saying, okay, I need to do this on this day, this on this day, this on this day. So we actually have a capital replacement plan for all 5 properties. So I know what year I'm replacing the roof, what year I'm doing this, what year I'm doing this, what year I'm doing this. So I know to put that money aside to manage those properties, because like I tell everyone, the only surprises I like are diamonds. So being surprised by a roof or a plumbing issue or anything like that, I don't want to do. And you can mitigate surprises, right? Like there's the Moen Smart Flow, which I'm throwing on all my houses, Mississippi, Crow's Nest Pass, my personal residence. And I'm throwing the Moen Smart Flow on there because I want to know what exactly is going on. And if a leak starts in my house, I want to know before it gets ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just a smart risk of handling. And again, like there is not one a good answer for everybody. Everybody is individual and it needs to be customized. So if you guys are interested more of just sitting out and planning your 2026, right? That's what's happening.
Yeah,
we are planning into 2026. This is a good time to do it, especially for Calgary in the area. This is when the market takes a dip, the softer pricing, a little bit better negotiation. So you thinking of expanding your portfolio, please contact myself and Robin.
absolutely.
We would love to sit down with you and build you a plan how to create and invest into properties before the spring market hits.
100%. And they are expecting growth in 2026, and they are expecting growth in 2027. So, and of course, in January, we're doing our forecast, which is on the forecast breakfast is on the 20th. So we'll be talking about the forecast on the 21st. So we've got all that planned out here for you. But I'm telling you, the forecast, it's bright. So real estate is a thing to get into. And sitting on the money in your house and just paying off your house gives you a 5% rate of return. But if you refinance that house and buy a second property and even just do a long-term rental, you're looking at a 34% rate of return. So going from a 5% rate of return to a 34% rate of return. And that's taking into account bills and taxes and capital replacement and all that kind of stuff. Because we've done the math. That's what we do.
Yeah, and you have to remember, real estate is a long-term game.
It is a long-term game.
It's not like something you, not often you can buy and sell within the same year. We have those opportunities in Calgary, of course, but
oh my God.
Overall.
So when we're done here, I have to tell you what Charlene said today, because we were looking at the last 5 years of sales.
Well, don't say it in the air, because now everybody wants to know.
No, it's going to be.
What did Charlene say?
Charlene, because we were looking at, we were comparing what we sold last year and the year before and stuff like that to what we sold this year. And obviously, basically from 2021 on, sales have been ridiculous because the market has been ridiculous. Yeah. And we're looking at this year, which this year is actually starting to come back down to normal. And Charlene's like, well, I'm just used to high sales, I guess. And I'm like, sorry. And it was super cute, because what she meant is like, we've been so busy for so long, which we have. And so now she's like, well, you only did that many. And
we're underperforming.
Like, I know. And I'm like, okay, well, you have to go back to 2019 to have a fair assessment. Exactly. To have a fair assessment of like what's reasonable, because the last 4 years weren't reasonable. And she's like, well, I'm just saying, I'm just used to higher production.
Remember 2019, 18? Yeah.
That was our last normal year in real estate.
Well, it was low normal. But today is December 3rd, which makes our first Wednesday of the new month. And we are giving up prizes. So thank you, everybody who liked Tipsy Realtors throughout November and share it with your friends. So this is what we're
giving. Oh my God, that's lots of people on the wheel.
So we're giving away a cocktail and whiskey smoke kit. I put my name like 10 times.
Oh, Charlene said, I'm sorry.
I want to win. Oh, she said sorry. We love you, Charlene. Exactly. All right, so here you go. Do you want to put me live so people can...
What do you mean put you live?
Yeah, put a picture of me.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh. Deputy Mayor Atish Narayan, congratulations.
Deputy Mayor. Yes. Fancy.
He liked our show many times this month. You must have really wanted this smoke kit.
Well, I think this means that the Deputy Mayor has to have us over for cocktails so we can show him how it
works. Oh, that's a good idea. I will bother him about it. Ratish, oops. Good thing I already took the screenshot. Another win for him this year. So his second,
That's a lucky year for you. You won. Yeah. Well, that's actually 2 wins. You won the election and you won the smoker.
That's right.
And no, it's a second win, so 3 wins in a year.
That's right. And we're gonna come out. You're gonna wear the Tipsy Realtor hat because that was one of his prizes last time.
Nice.
And you're gonna make us cocktail. Robin and I are coming over.
We'll teach you how to use your smoker.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations. Do you know what we're doing next year? Next month? Next week.
I know nothing.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Holiday Gimlet is what's next week. And we're going to talk about the sleigh ride to the suburbs, investing in Calgary's outer communities, because we're going to tell you. So basically, I don't know if you noticed this year, but we've kind of themed our months, right? So they've themed about like either old fashions, or we themed about investment. And the reason why we want to theme December about investment is because you're going into a new year. And actually, statistically, by human nature, everybody will start things in the new year. So we want you to start your 2026 profitable.
That's right.
Making money. That's what we're here for. So if you know of anyone buying or selling real estate in the next 6, 12, 14, 18, 12, 24 months, have them give us a call.
Just give us a call.
Yeah. Friends, family, coworkers, please feel free to like and share us on all of our social media.
Yeah, obviously.
LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all that fun stuff. And for next month, we are giving away this a 17-piece bartender set.
Oh, looks cool.
It is super cool. Look at that. So this is, it's going to make you look like a super cool dude. Coming out with your little kit that you like spread out and you're like, hey, and it comes with like the thing to wrap it all up. So you're going to look like a super pro sitting there making your friends cocktails. If you're not the mixologist, it is an amazing gift for Christmas. But tell your friends, tell your family, tell your coworkers, friends, family, anyone, whether you like them, whether you don't, to give us a call when they have any kind of real estate needs or questions. No obligation. We just want to make sure they make a good, informed decision.
See you next Wednesday. Bye.